Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today, I'm going to share with you the one thing you need to do or create for yourself to help you lose weight while practicing an intermittent fasting lifestyle. So welcome. If you're new to our broadcast, I always like to introduce myself. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. And here we talk about all things for us as aging women. Specifically on Monday and Thursday, we talk about things that are related to intermittent fasting and how to help you create a successful lifestyle with fasting. If you haven't done so yet, please take a second to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you've hit that bell notification so that you will get reminded when we go live and or upload a new information on YouTube. And if you're joining us on Facebook, I always ask that you hit that follow button and make sure you're set up for notifications as well. And this is your time to get your questions answered. This is the time we do live coaching. So the comment section is open and available to you. You can ask me anything. You can share your story. Or questions or concerns you might have about maybe a place where you're feeling stuck with your intermittent fasting lifestyle. This community is for aging women. I always like to take a second to describe or define how we look at aging here in this community. For us women, it is just an opportunity to live another day, right? Every day that we're alive is an opportunity to age. And here we are creating a lifestyle where we can do that well. So no age group is denied here. Everyone is welcome. Please feel comfortable hanging out with us and make sure you make friends in the comment section as well. Okay, so let's get started on today's topic. So what I want to talk to you guys about is where a lot of people get stuck with weight loss in general, right? And oftentimes it's because in our head, we have predetermined or decided what it is we want to have happen, but we don't have a clear path or system for ourselves on how to get there. So today I'm going to share with you the system that I teach inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course so that you can create a lifestyle for yourself that will always be your default. So whether you do this every single day or whether you jump in and out of it, it won't matter for you. The system will never fail you, but you have to really understand and get some experience with the system to trust it, right? So if you are a person who feels like you're stuck and you're not losing weight or you're not getting the results that you were hoping for with intermittent fasting, because remember, your body will not lose weight until it's healed on the inside. Your body determines the hierarchy of healing. Weight loss is always the last thing, especially when you're doing it with a correct system, right? Your body's going to heal itself first. The weight is always the last thing to go. So we always have the goal. Like I said, that's the thought of we want to lose X amount of pounds, or we want to lose X amount of body fat, or we want to change our body in a certain way. And we almost attack that thought with a desperate sense, right? I'm going to do anything to lose the weight. I'm going to do anything to lose the body fat. And we don't create the steps that we can rinse and repeat. So this is what I want you guys to think about today. So for our intermittent fasters, right? We pick a point in our day where we quote unquote start our fast, which is really the time in our day where we stop getting in the way of our body, right? We stop creating hormonal changes. We stop creating chemical responses and we just do nothing. For a lot of us, this is after dinner time and through our sleep cycle, right? So 12 hours is when we know most people have their insulin at its lowest level, right? There's just been enough time where we haven't interrupted the system for our body to get into what we really start, and that's the fast. So not eating, and I say this a lot, there's a big difference between just not eating and being in a fasted state. So not eating is this time here, right? We're not doing anything to influence a change in our body. We're going to let our body work on itself from the inside. Then from this 12-hour mark till whenever you break your fast is really what's the fasted state. So if you're having a hard time reconciling with your brain, fasting for 20 hours, I want you to think about the fact that you're just not eating for 12, right? You're not doing anything to interrupt anything. And this is really where your body is in a fasted state hormonally. So for a lot of us women, we're just cutting ourselves short, right? So the one thing that we need to lose weight while practicing intermittent fasting is just a system of rinsing and repeating how to get our body in a fasted state. Now, again, if you're feeling frustrated with fasting, then we have to look at what's happening from the 12-hour mark until you break your fast. Here we teach the 20-hour fast as an opportunity for us to kind of reset the system, right? And let our body heal itself from the inside. So do me a favor in the comment section. We have almost 100 people here. Drop in the comment section how many hours a day you typically fast, right? So I want to know where we are experience-wise in this. So if you're like, but Diane, I'm fasting for 16 hours. Why am I not losing weight? Oftentimes it's just that your system, right? The system of what you're creating with intermittent fasting hasn't created an environment for your body to be in a fasted state, chemically and hormonally. And so for a lot of women, especially, it's because we're cutting ourselves just shy of where the magic happens, right? So if 12 hours, and again, we're thinking about our body's chemistry and system. So if the 12-hour mark is really when the fasted opportunity starts for us, right? Not eating, fasted, and then we stop at 16 hours, or we put cream in our coffee, or we put sugar in our coffee. At this point, we just stopped the system, right? We stop the opportunity for our body to thrive in that fasted state because we've cut ourselves short. Now, I hear this a lot, but Diane, are you telling me that heavy whipping cream is breaking my fast? No, what I'm telling you is to consider where the conflict is. If you are putting something in your coffee before you got to where magic happens because you haven't created the system yet for your body to get into the deep state of fasting, then I want you to consider that that might be a possibility for you, right? Despite what all the other people on the internet are saying to you. There are a lot of people who are going to tell you that heavy whipping cream is okay. And so you're going to default to that piece of information because that feels good, right? Because we love the comfort of having those things in our coffee. But if you're also saying, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight, I don't understand why I'm not feeling better, I don't understand why my body's not changing, I don't understand why I can't reverse my pre-diabetic state, then I'm going to ask you to create the system that you need for your body to go from here to here, right? And that is staying in a fasted state long enough to where your body can create the change from the healing that's going to happen on the inside. Do you have to give up heavy whipping cream forever? Absolutely not. Only when there's the conflict of I'm doing all the things everybody is telling me I'm allowed to do and I'm not losing weight. If you're saying I'm doing all the things everybody told me I can do and I'm also losing weight and I'm also feeling amazing and I'm also reversing a lot of things that were going on with my body, then what you're doing is working for you. But the one thing that most people aren't doing that they need to do to lose weight is get from here to here by creating the system of putting your body into a fasted state. How do we do that? Lots of water, black coffee, and feeling empowered in a state of hungry, because when you're empowered in a state of hungry, your body is forced to turn internally to utilize the energy that you have in storage to get you through your fasted state, right? You are not going to starve to death when you have plenty of things that are available on the inside for your system to consume. What your system will consume when you're empowered in your fasted state and you have that sense of purpose, when your body's telling you that it's hungry and you're like, body, I'm going to give you an opportunity to tap tap into what I have going on inside, all that weight I'm frustrated about, all the body fat I don't like carrying around, all the extra sugar that's built up in my system. I'm going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and feast off of that on your own accord. I'm going to let you body decide how you want to do that. And we just move out of the way. So the system that we need to put on what I call rinse and repeat is the 20-hour fast and the 4-hour feast, and doing that in as clean of a way as possible for you. This is exactly what I teach you inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. I teach you how to create the system of putting your body into a fasted state. You get to decide how frequently you want to rinse and repeat that system based on what it is you say that you want. So this system of creating a fasting environment in a fasted state for your body will get you to the goal. Doing things in a desperate way will never get you to the goal that you are going to be able to maintain for a lifetime. Think about this when you're going into your fasting opportunity. If someone is telling you that you can do XYZ things and it's not breaking your fast, you also have to check in with the results that you're getting. If you are getting the results you were hoping for, then girlfriend, congratulations, you have figured it out for you. If you are not getting the results you were hoping for and you're living in this frustrated state, try creating a fasted state system for yourself. The 12 hours to the 20-hour mark is a very doable thing, right? We have just decided in our own brain that it's too uncomfortable before we have proof that we can actually do it. Provide the proof for yourself. So then you have the system that you can default to any time you need to just get a reset. It's the simplest way to live our life. And I promise you the 20-hour fast will never fail. So the one thing that we are missing when we're trying to lose weight with intermittent fasting is the system we can simply implement and rinse and repeat whenever we need it. Okay, so I put the link in the comment section for Facebook and YouTube for you guys to get on my email list. If you're interested in joining us, we do have a course starting on February, what did I say, February? On June the 4th. So that's on Saturday. Our registration will close tomorrow. I teach you how to think about this, and then implement it into your life on a daily basis so that you can not only reap the benefits of what this system of fasting will do for you, but you can ebb and flow your way in and out of it when your life dictates. You do not have to live a super regimented lifestyle. What I teach you how to do is just think and provide evidence for yourself so you don't have to rely on other people to tell you what's okay for your body and what's not okay for your body. I give you the opportunity to prove to yourself what your fasting window should be, how it is you should feast for your next fasting experience. Remember, we feast to support what's going to happen from when we stop eating until this time frame. So from this time frame to this time frame, we have the opportunity to get the best, most efficient work done. It is magic, 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 magic. Okay, really quickly before I want to go to the comments, I want to share with you guys what I just got in an email from our May course graduate. I'm not going to give you her name or show her picture because I didn't get permission to share her comment. So I'm making her anonymous, but she graduated from our May 2022 course. This is the email that I got today, and I get these on repeat from our past course members. Because remember, 3 weeks might not be enough time for your body to heal on the inside enough to change what it is you want to change, but it will heal and start the process. And oftentimes I get these emails from our graduates, right? I had a pair of hiking pants that would not zip up last summer. I put them away to save until I could zip them. They zipped up and are comfortable this summer. That left me very happy, empowered, and focused on this new lifestyle. So she's getting the win, right? She graduated at the end of May. Well, I guess she just graduated. Why are my dates all off? She just graduated from class. So she just finished after being in class for 3 weeks, and she's already noticing that her clothes are fitting her differently. Notice I have no weight reference here for her. Her body has changed because she gave it the opportunity to heal from the inside out, right? So this is proof that if she could do it after going through the course and implementing the system that I taught her for the 3 weeks that she was in class, then that means you can do it too, because she's just like you. She saw me on the internet. She enrolled in the class. She gave herself the opportunity to provide proof for herself. And the proof is here that things are changing for her. And I want that for you guys too. I have no idea why my brain is so off on the calendar. I swear, I think it's like February. It's actually June here in Texas. And she just graduated through this month. So super proud of her. Let me see who I can get here in the comment section. Questions, comments. Here's your chance to ask them. I am here to answer them for you. Diane, hello. First time to catch you live. Welcome, girlfriend. Make sure on Facebook over there, please hit that like button for me while you're over there. And then make sure that you're following us here as well. I do go live on Facebook on Mondays and Thursdays, and I love having you guys here in the conversation with us. Debbie, April 2022 grad, girlfriend, is so good to see you. I hope you're still thriving with the system that you created for yourself inside of class. Always love to have you here with us. Janine, hello, Diane from Green Bay. I love the hierarchy of healing concept. Great to remember and not get frustrated on the lifestyle. Yeah, for sure. You know, I say very, very openly here, it took me about a year for my body to let go of the scale weights, but so many positive things had happened in that year-long healing process, right? I reversed type 2 diabetes. The brain fog went away in my brain. I got back to regular solid sleeping. All the night sweats went away. All the hot flashes went away. And then I lost the weight. So I will always give my body, now that I have that experience, right, of letting my body heal from the inside first, that I will always trust that my body knows what to do when I give it the environment to do it. And this is where your body heals, right here in this space. So don't cut yourself short. This is why we call that 16-hour to 20-hour mark, that 4-hour extra time in a fasted state. That's where all the magic happens. That's where all the healing happens. I call it your factory reset window, right? Give yourself the opportunity to experience that for yourself, because that's where you're going to really, really believe in this system, is when you provide the proof for you. And a lot of people are just cutting themselves short because people are giving you the information that that's okay. And that, in my opinion, that's just not okay if you have goals you're trying to reach. Hope from Cincinnati, Ohio. Welcome, girlfriend. I've been keeping my total carbs well below 20 grams and I'm not losing weight. Again, it doesn't really have anything to do with the fact that you have your carbohydrates below 20 grams, right? Are you creating a fasted state for your body? This is where you're going to lose the weight. When your body is in a fasted state long enough to heal itself on the inside first, because something's going on with your body that's a higher priority than losing weight. Get those things fixed by putting yourself in this state, which is where you're going to heal. This is right here is what we're shooting for. And then when your body's like, okay, I'm not working on reversing anything that's problematic for our life, right? Now I'm going to do the aesthetic part of things. And that's where the weight loss comes. So I would really look at why it is you're so stuck on being below 20 grams, and maybe you're not providing the right macronutrients in other areas, or even just the right nutritional makeup, because oftentimes it's the ingredients and products too that could be keeping that weight on. And oftentimes it's just inflammation because your body's intolerant to some food choices you're making. So I teach you all that inside the course. We focus on week 2 of our 3 weeks worth of lessons. I'd love to have you in class with us. Hope. Aisha, 24 hours. Girlfriend, when do you eat? So if you're doing 24 hours, I'm assuming you're probably living a 1 meal a day type of lifestyle, probably with a 24-hour fast. Diane, 20 hours a day. Awesome. 20. Awesome. 18. Y'all are my girls. Beverly, 20. Love it. Karina, 16 hours. Awesome. I hope you're thriving there. Sanazo, I fast for 16 hours. Good for you. Beth, 18. I know my girl Jocelyn's fasting for 20 hours. She is a course grad as well. Amy, 15. Awesome. 16 hours. You guys are awesome. And then Pamela Claire, 18 to 20 hours. Good. Hopefully you guys are getting the results you're hoping for with those time frames. Most days it's 20 hours from Janine, but will vary between 16 and 23 depending on my life and memory making opportunities. Yeah. So we have something in this community we talk about a lot. It's called never missing memory making moments, right? And so you never want your fasting protocols to interrupt with you being present with the people that you love, and want to create memories with. So this is where the ebb and flow of fasting is really something that we focus on here, and something that I really like to teach in class. And then being very, very particular about when you make memories and who you're going to make exceptions for, but never missing memory making moments allows us the opportunity to show up as our best self and our complete self when we are socializing, and then using other opportunities to lean into your fast. So Janine, I know you got that down for sure. Sherry, 16 hours. Tracy, 16. Lon, 18. Awesome. I fast 16 hours and keto net carbs 16 a day, and 77 age, not losing much, and walk a mile outside a day. So 911 Susie Q, I would say you should jump into our intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course. I bet you just a couple of little tweaks that you'll learn about in class could change that for sure. You'll probably be able to up some carbs if that's what you want to do, and change what it is you're doing in your fasting window. Oftentimes when you're really managing your food and you're fasting but not losing weight, it's because it's this right here, the 16 to 20. That's where you get into that deep healing state and where the magic really happens. So I teach that in class if you want to join us. Lillian, my June goal is 20 hours daily. So far, so good. Awesome. We're 2 days in and you're doing good. And a midday window, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. totally works for me right now. Fantastic. And that's really where I say too, and I love that you say right now, because we have seasons in our life that change, right? And we have to be open and flexible to ebb and flow with the seasons as well. So daylight savings changes things on how we fast and feast. Exercise changes how we fast and feast. Having kids at home in the summer will change how you fast and feast, and learning how to ebb and flow with that, because you have a system that you can depend on, will never fail you. So Lillian, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Annalie, hi, I must fast every day or once a week. Hi, must I fast every day or once a week? I always say, when in doubt, fast it out. So I would say be open to fasting if what you're doing right now is not working, and then you can create a schedule once you reach your results, right? And that's where you can ebb and flow. But when in doubt, fast it out. And if you start to see yourself sliding back into old habits, default to your system, and you will always get good results there for sure. Okay, where did I go with my sometimes my comments kind of reset and I lose where I'm at. 17, awesome. Janine, I think it is. And then Dorian, will putting fruit in water for flavor break a fast? Okay. Anything that you do, right, that's going to tell your brain, a signal that's going to be sent to your brain that digestion is imminent, is going to interrupt this and interrupt this, right? Especially for us women who are out of balance hormonally. And what we're out of balance hormonally with is our hunger hormones. So when our hunger hormones are hyper reactive, right? For a lot of us, that's insulin resistance. Then your body's not cued in enough to know the difference between a flavor of fruit in your water and actual fruit that needs to be digested. So I always say, is the fruit flavor in your water so important to you that you're going to be willing to risk getting to this point so that you can reap the benefits from what the magic is going to happen at this point? For some people, it might be. And the advice that I give with that is that if you fruit flavor in your water is a thing that makes you happy, then end the conflict about the goals that you have. So if you're not losing weight and fruit flavor in your water is super important to you, then you just have to come to agreement with yourself that you're just going to be where you are, and weight loss might not be possible for you. If you're like, whoo, fruit flavor in my water is not worth me risking getting to this point so I can reap the benefits of this point, then you just give it up and run a test and see if it could be the one thing that's holding you back. I did a video on that on Monday, and one of the things that we talked about was, what's the one thing you're afraid to let go of that could be the thing that's holding you back from being happy and healthy? And for you, Dorian, it could be the fruit flavored water for sure. Wanda, I know I have shared before, but I have 1 year, March, lost 20 pounds in 2 months. I am at my weight that I haven't been at since my 20s, now 70 plus, fast 16 to 18 hours a day. Girlfriend, yes, you're all that we talk about here in this community, and you're living proof that it can happen for sure. So 1 year of intermittent fasting, she's lost 20 pounds in 2 months, and she's at the weight that she was at when she was in her 20s. I mean, come on. Does it get any better than that, right? Mirror, I'm an emotional eater and have not been successful with IF. Thoughts? Yes, I would say jump into class. We talk about this inside of class as well. If being an emotional eater doesn't serve you, then I would work on changing that aspect of who you are, and putting some things in place of eating when you feel like things are emotionally out of control. So it's all about habit stacking and habit layering. We teach that in the Midlife Mindset Shift course, which is available to my graduates. But it's those things where if we identify as showing up a certain way and that's not serving us, we have the power to change how we show up. So work on why it is you're an emotional eater and what you would rather do in place of eating when you're emotional. And that's how you'll be successful with intermittent fasting, for sure. 18 hours. Fantastic. GD. Hey, Diane, very new to your channel. I'm looking forward to going through all your old videos. What are your thoughts about alternate day fasting? About 40 hours. Is there a point where it's too long? I don't know. You're the only one that can answer that for you. I have done some longer fasts beyond 20 hours. I've done like 36-hour fasts, and when I've had colonoscopies, I've had 2 now. I do 3-day fasts, but I like food and my family socializes and connects with food. So for me personally, I don't like to go beyond a day without food because it's just not me living my authentic self. With that being said, I do believe that the fasting protocols that you feel most comfortable with are really personality connected and not necessarily end result connected. So I have been able to reverse all the things I've been unhappy with my health going through menopause. And I have also been able to sustain what I like with my body and my physique and my fitness and the lifestyle that I've created with just fasting 20 hours a day, give or take a couple hours, depending on what's going on in my life. So if you're the kind of person that thrives in alternate day fasting, or you thrive in 40-plus-hour fast, I would say then that's your jam for sure. It's not going to hurt you as long as you go into it with the right mindset and you're refueling your body at the end of your fast properly and you understand how that works. Then I say that's where you thrive. For me personally, I don't thrive there because I love to eat every day. So the 20-hour fast has really worked well for me. Diva for a lifetime, 19 hours. Question, I hear that fasting every day is bad if you still have a regular period. Please help. I'm 44. I don't know. I don't know why fasting every day would be bad for you. Again, everything that we do in a controlled and thought out way is never going to be bad for us. So if you're fasting in a way that's like you feel deprived or you feel desperate or your body's not responding well to it, then yeah, maybe question it. But, and then fasting intermittently, where you fast for a certain amount of time and you feast for a certain amount of time every single day, can't hurt you, right? And so again, what are you feasting on when you do end up feasting? That can be more damaging than any fast you could ever do for yourself. So it's a big picture approach. And those like one-off statements, I think, can be very dangerous for us as people, because I think it's going to cheat you out of an environment where you could actually be doing some really good things for yourself and not consider the full picture. So consider the full picture. And then, when your body's feeling like it needs more food, eat more food during that, cycle for you. Just make sure the food that you're going to eat, if you're not going to fast, is going to actually serve the purpose that you have for your body, for sure. So be careful of those little one-off warnings. They can be very damaging for us. Joy 80. Hello, I do IF 16-8, low carb, and lost 80 pounds. Started 2020. Now at a stall for 6 months, but I'm still obese. I walk 2 miles 3 times a week and do resistance training 2 times a week. 60 years young, new subscriber. Well, welcome, Joy. It's so good to have you with us. I would say if you're doing IF and you're doing 16-8 and you've stalled out, why haven't you considered maybe the anywhere from 16 to 20, right? And give your body the opportunity to tap in a little deeper, and then just make sure that when you're feasting, you're supporting all the other things you have going on in your life. So, I personally think 16 hours is just not enough for women who are not happy with where their body weight, health, or physique is, for sure. Josh E, I think it is, 16 is a minimum goal, but I go over that daily to try to reach 20. Today, 18 and a half. Fantastic. Shauna, DYANN is amazing. I'm a graduate, and what she's taught me has worked when nothing else has. Also back to the same weight as my 20s. Here we go. Another one of those amazing stories, right? Here's the thing that I think is what works with the system that I teach you guys in class. And Shauna, you can agree with or disagree with this if you want to, but I give you the power back to make decisions for yourself. I do not dictate it's one way or the highway. I really want you to be thoughtful while you're in class about how your body feels, how you see yourself. How does your family interact around food? What kinds of customs and traditions do you have around food? And how important is that for you to sustain for you, and maybe traditions you have? And this is how we create a system where we can be most successful for the long term. If you have someone telling you, you have to take this out, you're not allowed to do this, you can't do this, I don't approve of this, you have to do what I tell you to do, or else you're not going to be successful, be very weary of that, because that's not you living your most authentic life. And it will be you focusing on a goal. And once you reach that goal, and you reach the end point of whatever it is you are trying to achieve, and you haven't created a system that allows you to look and feel your best and be most authentic, you're going to go back to where you were before, and probably then some. So make sure that you are thinking for yourself. I will never tell you what you're doing is right or wrong. What I will tell you is that if you're doing something and you're not happy with the results, you have to think why you're continuing to do that thing, and why aren't you experimenting with something else? And that's what I want you to really get out of class and this community where we do these lives as well. Adrian, I think it is. Good morning, girlfriend. Diva for a lifetime. Thank you. Yes, agreed. Thank you, May. May too late to join June class. No, registration's open until tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just click the link that I put in the comment section on YouTube, or you can go to any of the descriptions in my YouTube video, or you can go to the website at fortoday'sagingwoman.com. Jump in with us. And if you really think you need some extra help, I do have an opportunity for you to book a one-on-one call with me at a 50% discount when you're registering for class. So it's 30 minutes of just you and me talking about some of the sticking points you might have going on. And I help you tweak that so you get the best results while you're here with us, for sure. Adrian, I fast more and more. Good for you, girlfriend. And just make sure you're doing that with the right mindset, right? That's why I say feeling empowered and really believing that this opportunity is where the magic happens. The thoughts we have in that fasted state, I promise you, are going to be life-changing for you. It is the most powerful experience we can have as women, when we can sit in a state of emptiness and don't use food or quick fix things to try to fix ourselves, and we let our body do the work for us. It's absolutely magic and life-changing. Janine, hi, I am new to your channel. Well, welcome, girlfriend. I'm not new to fasting, but I'm trying to be consistent with it now. I do anywhere from 20 to 4 to alternate day fasting. I'm wondering if I need to break the alternate day fasting a certain way to control the insulin spike, or if that doesn't matter. Insulin spikes always matter, for sure, because what happens when we have those big spikes is we also have big drops, right? So what you break any fast with, whether it's at the 20-hour mark or at an alternate day fasting type of environment, they always matter. So if you're not feeling good when you're breaking your fast, or you feel this kind of spike and then drop, I would go back and reconsider what it is you're breaking your fast with, for sure. Adrian, okay. Shauna, totally agree with you 100%. Learning to think for myself and to trust my intuition, as you've advised, and now to fit fasting into life, has for sure made a huge difference in being successful. Thanks, DYANN. Yes, for sure. I want you to have the power to make decisions for yourself. And I think this is where so many of us have been led down the wrong path as women, and managing our physique and our weight and our health is that we have been told what to do, and that has not always been the best situation for us, myself included, right? So as a coach for women, I am going to always ask you, how's that working for you? Is that allowing you to look and feel your best? Why are you making that decision? And I want to get down to the bulk of the why for you, right? Because the why you're doing anything is going to be the thing that's going to help you create a healthy system for yourself that you can just put on autopilot and rinse and repeat anytime you make the decision. And that's really where a lot of the freedom is coming for a lot of us women, especially with the emotional eaters, especially with the self-sabotagers, especially with the falling off the wagon and the throwing in the towel. And this is my last attempt at anything where I'm going to give up everything type of mindset. When you take power back and you make informed decisions based on what it is you want and how you want to look and feel, that's creating a lifestyle that will stand the test of time. And you won't ever have to go into any desperate type of diet or supplementation desperation or any of those kind of things, because you'll build a loving, lasting, trusting relationship with you and your body. And that is really where the magic happens. So Shauna, I am so happy for you and so proud of you for sure. Adrienne, hello. Okay, so let's see. Dawn, my problem is getting fast to eat. I know the regular, fats to eat. I know the regular fats on net. Any suggestion? I always say when you're talking about getting fat into your nutrition or your feast, you want to go with as naturally occurring fats as possible. So oils that are healthy and easily accessible to you, right? Avocado oils, coconut oils, almond oil is great, like those kind of things. You want to make sure that you're getting one ingredient kind of fats, right? So avocados, make sure you're getting nuts that are like raw and unsalted, and it's butters that work for you or nut butters that work for you. And so make sure you're just really comfortable with the ingredients in those things, and then get them as naturally occurring as possible, and then let them naturally fall into your day as well. It's the best advice I can give on that one. GD, does it matter how late you feast? Is there a time in the evening that is too late to eat before bed? Again, this is that thing that I can't tell you. Like if I tell you like I do my best when I start my next fast or end my feast around 5:30 in the afternoon. Do I do that every day? Absolutely not. It's impossible to do that every day. We have an active family and things that happen, right? But when I'm starting my next fast at around 5:30 in the afternoon, that's when I look and feel my best. I get the best sleep. Everything is working like magic. But my life's not perfect, so I don't always get to do that. So I say you have to experiment for you, right? If you get home at 7:00 at night and I tell you the best time to start your next fast is 5:30 in the afternoon, you're already going to think you're failing, because that's what I do that works, and you might not be able to have that accommodate your lifestyle. So you have to look at your life. You have to look at when is the best time for you to fast, how long are you going to fast, and how do you fit in the feast to be successful for that. And then pay attention to how you're sleeping, how you feel when you wake up in the morning, and then you can adjust from there. But there's no perfect window for everything, because life is not perfect and it's always going to throw us curveballs. And if we get that analytical about it and that precise about it, then we're going to say we're failing and we're going to throw in the towel and we're going to give up. So build in some flexibility, pay attention to when you're fasting, pay attention when you're feasting, see how your day pans out. I always say, look at your calendar, right? Make sure that everything's going to work the way you want it to work without you getting in your headspace about feeling like it's not working for you because you have XYZ kind of life. Dari, how do we sign up for class? I put it in the comment section, but I'll put it again for you so it'll come up. I'm going to have to type really quick, and I can't type and talk. So hold on just a second. You can go to fortodaysagingwoman.com, or you can click this link I'm about to put in the comments section. That will get you on my email list. You will get an invite. I think there's one going out tonight, and there's 2 going out tomorrow. You can sign up right there. Again, if you think you need some attention one-on-one to talk through something personal that's going on with you, you can book a one-on-one call when you register at 50% off the regular price, because I want to make sure that while you're in class, you feel like you're getting the best information for you. And I know sometimes that means we have to get on a call and talk some things through. I'm also available through a community group that we have also. It's like a Facebook group, but Facebook is not required. So within that community group, anytime during class, you can tag me with a question or a comment, and I am back to you probably within the day. So you also get that attention from me as well. But if you need something more individual for you, then you can book a consult call for sure. And we can work out some stuff. Sadie, hello everyone. First time here in a live chat. Sadie, welcome. Make sure you subscribed over there on YouTube so you can join us when we do our live chats. Doreen, do you give any guidance on feasting period during your course? We do 1 week. The first week, all I ask you to do is build up your own personal confidence with getting to the 20-hour fast. Once you experience that 20-hour fast, then I say you have that to lean into anytime you need to do a 20-hour fast. So I want you to get there and be there as much as possible while you're in class. Then the second week, we talk about intermittent feasting. I give you some information about nutrition and some things to consider for yourself. And then the third week, we talk about the social and emotional aspects of living a life that most people don't understand, and how we can create some boundaries for ourselves so that we can be successful and not worry about what other people think about us. And then the last week, you're on your own. You don't get any lessons from me, but I'm available for you inside the community group in case something comes up that you have a question about. You have support when you're on your own. So intermittent fasting, intermittent feasting, social and emotional, and then support for the last week. So you don't feel like I'm just throwing you out on the street on your own without having me be there to answer questions for you. So I'm covering you in every aspect for sure. Dari, thank you. Good vibes. Awesome. Okay. Any other questions or comments? We've had 2 people talk about how they have practiced what I teach here and they are back to the weight they were in their 20s. Hello. How beautiful is that? I'm going to teach you how to create a lifestyle for yourself that is a system that you can depend on anytime you want to pull it out and use it. Because the reality is, life's not perfect. We are going to have periods in our life where we step away from this lifestyle because that's life. But I want you to have your own personal experience of what living an intermittent fasting lifestyle that does allow you to look and feel your best and live your most authentic life is while we're in class together. And you can come back here anytime. I've been here for 5 years now talking about this and supporting you as a hopeful class member and as graduates. So I will never leave you astray. I will always be here to support you guys. And then you have to experience it for yourself. I can sit here and tell you as a coach. I can sit here and tell you as a certified nutrition coach. I can sit here and tell you as a 56-year-old woman who's gone through it all and reversed it all. But we have our course members also that come back and share with you. So there's proof in the pudding that this works for sure. And then I give you the power to create your own lifestyle so that you don't have to depend on me. You just can come here for accountability and support. Okay, let's see. I have another comment here that came in. I want to make sure I read it. Okay, I'm having so much trouble giving up coffee creamer. Okay, so Dana, let's do a little coaching really quick before I jump off. What is it about coffee creamer that is so important to you or makes you feel so good that you're willing to risk what looking and feeling your best and living your most authentic life is? And I'm assuming you're having trouble giving up coffee creamer and you're feeling the need to give it up because you haven't reached a goal yet that you're trying to achieve. So I always like to say that there's nothing that tastes as good to me in my mouth as me waking up every day, putting both feet on the ground and just having that feeling deep down inside of me that I am looking and feeling my best and that I'm doing it in a way that feels centered and controlled by me. Like there's nothing more powerful than that. When you get that feeling, I'm telling you, I'm going to warn you, you put coffee creamer in your coffee and you're going to spit it out. It's going to taste revolting to you because you're going to know that that could be the thing that's keeping you from that feeling deep down inside of you that you're doing all the right things for you. then you can decide, like, do you need coffee creamer every day? Do you need coffee creamer to make you feel good about you every day? Or can you just go like, Saturdays are the day I like to wake up slow. It's the day I kind of treat myself. I think Saturday's the day I'm going to like spruce up my coffee a little bit with some creamer, and I'm just going to enjoy it on that day. And all the rest of the days I'm going to do what I know I need to do to look and feel my best. Like, you have to start thinking along those lines, because I guarantee you, if you're feeling stuck and if you're feeling frustrated, the coffee creamer is the thing that's holding you back. And why are you giving that coffee creamer the power over you? You're the only one that can answer that. You're the only one that can answer that. Patty, first time, are your classes daily, or how does it work? So they're all my classes and the community group are hosted on the fortodaysagingwoman.com site. Once you register, you will be included in the next class. The community group opens on Friday. That's when you guys introduce yourselves and get to meet and know the other women in class. What I love about Friday is that everyone shares why they're in class, and you'll find someone that probably lives close to you. You'll find someone who has the same story as you, and you will immediately feel connected to all the women in class. I don't know how we do it, but every single month we pull in the best of the best from our community, and I absolutely love it. There are women who have been through class who have made lifetime friendships, and it's the absolute best to see happen. And then on Saturday morning, you get access to your course. The course is pre-recorded. You get one lesson every single day. I control when you access your lessons, because if you're anything like me, when I was on my journey before I created the course, I just wanted to get to here, and I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to create the system that I could create the proof for myself that if I just implemented the system, I could always look and feel my best, right? I just wanted to lose the weight. So since you guys are just like me, I was like, okay, I'm going to create a course where you're going to get one piece of information every day. It's about 10 minutes per day, 15 minutes some days. And I teach you something about what's happening in your body as your body is going from this to this. And every single day, you're going to start to see and feel the changes until this really is where magic is happening for you. So everything's recorded. Everything's in on the For Today's Aging Woman site. And then I'm there to help you and answer your questions and guide you and coach you inside the class as well. Adrian, you're so welcome. CM, I supplement iron and try to eat iron-rich foods during my feasting window, and it helps me fast. I hope this helps him. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, help someone. Yes, for sure. Yeah. Any advice you guys can give that you've tried something and it's worked for you, I say it's always something that I would say it's worth testing out, right? So test things out, but don't get so set in your mind that because that worked for one person, it absolutely has to work for me. Some of those tests fail, and you have to be willing to take one for the team to get proof that yes, this worked for her, but it didn't work for me, or hey, it worked for her and it also worked for me. So taking one for the team is something we always have to be willing to do, and then we just self-correct back to what we know works for us. Mary Rose, hi Di, I'm brand new to your channel. Mary Rose, welcome. We are so excited to have you here. I'm 47 and want to know how you feel about monk fruit in coffee. I don't have any feelings about monk fruit and coffee. I don't use monk fruit in coffee, so I can't really give you any reference to that. I would say if you're putting monk fruit in your coffee and you're fasting and you're getting the results that you were hoping for, then monk fruit is great. If you're putting monk fruit in your coffee and you are frustrated that you're not getting the results you hope for, the first thing that I would get rid of is monk fruit and just test it out. And that's the only advice I can give about those kind of things, because I don't really have opinions or feelings about those things because I just don't do them. So what I love about what I teach here, I'm trying to put the link in for those of you who joined late. I can't type and talk. Anybody else have that problem? What I want to teach you guys here is the simplest thing you can do to heal your body is absolutely nothing. Just go down to nothing, right? And then what you do after you've gone down to nothing, which is the clean fasting window for 20 hours, is test things out. But if you're not willing to go down to nothing and then add some things in for the test, you'll never know. So if you're, again, frustrated with the results you're not getting and you're doing XYZ things, get rid of XYZ things, go down to nothing, and then give yourself time to adjust to that and then slowly start adding things back in. It's also what we do with elimination diets, right? So if you're not sure if like dairy is a problem for you or gluten's a problem for you, then what you do is you cut out all the foods or things in your life that have those ingredients in them. You give it about 30 days, let your body reset itself. You slowly start adding those foods in and you see which ones cause you problems. That's how you figure out what food intolerances are. The same thing holds true with fasting. This 12 hours to 20 hours is an 8-hour fasted state. From here to here is a 20-hour opportunity for you to create magic, right? But we get so caught up on like, there's no possible way I could fast for 20 hours. Well, dang, out of the 12, most of that is sleeping. That's 8 hours of sleeping, hopefully, right? 6 to 8 or 9, or whatever you get for your sleep. So this isn't even effort here, right? You're just not eating. It's this mark to this mark where you're creating change for your body. But so many of us are like, there's no possible way I can do that for 20 hours. Well, you're not. You're just doing it for 8, right? You're just doing it for 8. And then see what kind of magic happens. And then you can add in, take out as you please. But I promise you, if you're feeling frustrated, it's whatever decisions you're making from here, or actually from here to here, that are not working for you. Got to give them the test. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to run out of here. We've been on here for 50 minutes. I love, 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 love. There's nothing more than I love than an active community of women in the comment section. So I appreciate every comment that you guys share with us and every concern you have and all your successes and the questions that you have. There's no question that's not worthy of time here in our community. So always make sure that you ask your questions, because there's so much conflicting information out there, and I will do my best to help you think through the question you have and get to a resolution for yourself. We do have a class starting on Saturday, June the 4th. It's the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. It's the one thing that I'm going to teach you that's going to help you lose weight as a woman transitioning through these hormonal changes, maybe feeling frustrated and not understanding how intermittent fasting can be the magic tool for you that you can create for yourself to use for the rest of your life. So we create the system inside of the class. I put the links in the comment section. You can go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. I want you in class with us. We have almost 70 people in our June class, which means you have an opportunity to hear and listen to 70 other women's story and be on a journey with them for the month of June. I'm telling you, there is nothing more magical than a group of women from all over the world spending time together, creating their most authentic life. It is absolutely magic. And then you guys get to come back and share your story as a June 2022 Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman graduate. Nothing makes me feel better than having you guys come back for that as well. Okay, so I'm out of here. I will be around all day today. If you have a question, please feel free to email me. Everything can be found on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. Just poke around till you find what you need. There's plenty of videos for you to find some answers to as well. And if you have anything that you need from me about joining class with us, please do not hesitate to ask. I would love to be able to answer your question and then get you in class with us. Registration does close at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Central Standard Time. Okay, have a great weekend, you guys, and I'll see you on Friday, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Instagram, where I answer questions as well. Thanks for being here with me today. Bye.